Alrighty, we are headed to a spot called Honey Hole, and gonna see what comes out on us tonight. We've got box blind. I mean, the tough part is it's really hot right now. We're going out pretty early just to make sure we get in there before anything else does, and sneak in there all stealthy-like. But there's been a lot of good deer in that area, so I'm really excited to get out there. And you know, there's always a lot that goes through that area. Temperatures are a little toasty, like I said, but wind's gonna be picking up, so hopefully that also works in our favor, and we'll see. But definitely excited to get out, see if I can finally get a good buck out and get him with the crossbow.
Scott Newby is setting out on the Yamaha for a crossbow hunt. In what's become an annual tradition, TenPoint Crossbows has brought their full lineup of products to the ranch for field testing and content gathering.
It's really important for us every single year to bring out new crossbows, which means new options for our consumers, whether it's a reverse draw crossbow, a forward draw crossbow, or you're looking for a budget crossbow. Really at TenPoint, we've covered that entire line. So for 2025, we have 4 new crossbows. 2 of them are additions to our twin riser series of crossbows that we brought out last year in 2024.
Scott is setting up with one of those new products from TenPoint, the TX28.
We have our new TX28, which is shooting at 410 feet per second. And that brings really the compact, cutting-edge technology in that twin riser lineup to its best price ever. So we've got a few new options in that lineup, of course. Both of them have our twin riser technology, which we brought out last year. Makes the bow incredibly light. It reduces noise, reduces vibration. It's more accurate. So we've got a lot of technology pumped into that line of crossbows.
What really blew me away was the accuracy right out of the box. Because when I was starting to dial in that scope, even my first 2 shots, those bolts were stacked right on top of each other. Now, it wasn't a perfect bullseye. We had to make a few adjustments, but even when I was walking it in, every last little shot was right on top of each other. The great thing too was, once I was dialed to 20 yards, I was like, okay, yeah, let's do 30 yards. Same exact thing. After that, let's move it out to 40 yards, just in case. Driving tacks after that. It just blew me away at how accurate that bow was, just, 10, 20, 30, 40 yards. And even when I shot the pig at 50 yards, I mean, just being able to do it that quick, dialing it in and taking it to the field, it was such a cool process, and I'm not wearing myself out cranking it out. I mean, it was very easy to do, and love being able to do that. There's an 8-point that was out there. He was a really good buck, had a nice body to him, but I also knew, looking at the trail cam, there's a really big monster that was out there. I even took a screenshot of it. I'm showing it to Kevin, the camera guy, while we're sitting there in the stand. It's like, I'm sitting there thinking there's no way this guy's gonna come out for me, but I also know there's bigger deer in the area. So not that I'm trying to be selective, and wait this guy out, because I know a lot of times you're window shopping, it doesn't work in your favor, but also if I had a few hunts left, hey, there's an opportunity, there's a chance that he could come through here at any moment now. At one point we saw a bunch of does and some fawns and stuff that were coming in, and then there was one really cool, it was like 10 or 11 pointer that he came into. I mean, he was an awesome buck, but he was just a little too young. And then we had this other 8-point that, nothing to brag about rack-wise, but he was definitely of age, and man, he came in from a right-hand side, and he was just out a little too far. He was facing me, and then this red stag came in too, and just kind of blocking him as well. So everything eventually just kind of moved off for the night. But the good thing is, we're going back in the morning. We left all our stuff in that blind, so we'll just get in as quiet as we possibly can in the morning. And there's a lot of bucks to come out there in the morning, so I'm really excited to just kind of have some sweet dreams about what I'm going to be seeing here tomorrow. And excited, so we're going to jump in the RMX 2000, get headed back to camp, and wait until we can come back here and try them again in the morning. So as we were heading in the next morning, we jump on the RMX 2000, and Wade sends us a text right when we were about to get there, and it was of a deer that was already there, already sitting there pretty much waiting for us. And so we knew, man, we're gonna scare that guy off. Hopefully we don't push everything away, but still, knowing all our gear was in there, we were gonna get in as quiet as possible. Man, I don't know what to do, but I keep on thinking in the back of my head, there was that one giant buck that was there. And the other thing too, the way he was mentioning is that 11 point that I was kind of debating earlier, he said, man, if he comes out, that's still a good deer, go ahead and take him. So knowing that that deer was there, he came out before, there's a good chance he'll come out again, and lo and behold, that 11 point comes out. It's funny because I'm sitting there getting well positioned on that 11 point. He was right out in the perfect spot and just waiting for him to turn the right position, and all of a sudden he looks off in the woods. I'm like, oh man, what's going on here? And then something spooks him. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, maybe it's the big buck, but also I guarantee it's that darn red stag again, because she was just pushing everything out of the way. But no joke, the big buck walks in on me. And right as I see him cross out, my heart just explodes. And then he just takes that one step. He's standing broadside. I mean, perfect scenario. You're good. I'm good. Wow. And it looks like what happened was it went through, maybe hit the opposite shoulder and then hit the ground after it exited the opposite side and bounced off. Because I mean, I can see blood on the ground even after he was shot when he was running away, just blood pouring out right from behind the shoulder. So feel like it's really good, and shouldn't be too far, fingers crossed, but waiting on Wade and Gentry to come out here, and we're gonna give it some more time and hopefully do some tracking soon and be holding him soon. But man, I mean, I'm still jittery from that big guy, just the craziness of bouncing back and forth. So,
just want to see it real quick. Yeah, I mean, that's paint there. That's both lungs, pure lungs. Yeah, dude, good shot.
sweet.
I think that's good to go.
Thank you. Man, even on the tree over there. Holy smokes. Oh, there he is. There he is. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
I was like, he can't be much further away.
Oh, man.
Look at that.
Holy smokes.
That is a stud.
Shoot, yeah. Oh, wow. Man, the crossbows, it's such a versatile platform, and now that they have, especially that TenPoint, it's so compact, it's really easy to load. I was shooting the TX28, and it's like, man, that thing is so smooth, and not only when it comes to trigger pull, but even just when you can crank it down, and hey, when you get skunked at the end of the night, you can decock it, like it's not that big of a deal to be able to do. It's very light, very portable, but even with that tripod, when the buck came out and I'm having to move from this window to the left window, back to the right window, I mean, just like feel like I'm juggling all back and forth. It was so fast to be able to do that, you know, I wasn't worried about it at all, like, you know, oh shoot, did I bump something, did I do something wrong? And needless to say, I'll be hunting with a crossbow for a long time now. Wow. Now I have this giant in my hands, and I can show this off to my son, because he is getting into hunting a lot. He's really excited, and he wished me luck when I came out here, so I'm gonna be very happy to be able to show him this, and best of all too, be able to bring this guy home and feed him to the family, and oh man, just honor him for so long. That was one of the coolest, craziest hunts I have had in forever, especially with all the hard work with the crossbow hunting, coming from Oklahoma all the way to here, numerous sits here, numerous sits in Oklahoma, and then finally getting this giant to be able to show off and get my first crossbow buck for definitely a great shot, which is really exciting considering how nervous I was and how much adrenaline was going. I still have it pumping through me. Whew.
Innovation is at the forefront of TenPoint Crossbows. Beyond their full line of crossbows, TenPoint pushes technology into all of their accessories with new products such as the TenPoint Laser Rangefinder, the Atlas XL Carbon Tripod, and the Nemesis Broadhead.
I just have to give it up to our investment in the engineering. Since 1994, when TenPoint was founded, the Bednar family has always looked for the next thing. What can we do to improve this? What can we do to improve that? And really it comes down to we're passionate bow hunters. From ownership to employees, everybody loves hunting at TenPoint. And so we've seen the ups and downs that go into bow hunting, and that experience really drives us to figure out what do our customers need. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters, right? Are we able to make our customers more successful in the field? So I think a lot of those technology advances are based upon the experiences that we have and how we need to implement those to upgrade our product and make it better for our customers. We're going to see how this afternoon goes, but we're just in a couple tripods trying to get up. There is some shade there, so maybe we'll cool off a little bit, but it's been a little bit hit or miss, but we'll see what happens, and we're going to try to stay cool. We decided that if a doe came out, if there was a mature doe there to be able to take a shot, that we were going to take a shot. We just didn't know how much the bucks were going to move that afternoon. It was very hot, little wind.
Got a good shot.
What do you think?
Looks good to me.
We just took a shot on a real nice mature doe that was in here for a while. It's about a 40-yard shot. We think we hit it pretty clean. Saw lots of blood on the shot, so we're going to give it about 30, 45 minutes. Then we'll go take a look. On the doe, we took a shot with the Turbo X. We had the Pro Elite 400 arrows with the Nemesis Broadhead. It was about a 35, 36-yard shot, complete pass-through. The Nemesis Broadhead just left a devastating cut.
Show me where it all went down.
So, I mean, she was standing right here. So she was right here. There's all her blood.
Oh yeah.
And then she ran this way. There's the arrow right there, Kevin.
Yeah, let's get some shots of the arrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. A lot of blood there.
Let's say that Nemesis did the job. All right, let's go see.
Here,
Oh, here we go.
Here,
Yep.
here. She's right there.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of figured when Kevin
God.
walked up there, I
Yeah.
said, he's sneaking
Yeah, Kevin's-
around. Look
Kevin's
at
always
this right here, how much she was
Oh,
just,
cow.
look at that. Big old healthy doe, buddy. Perfect shot. I mean, look at that. Look at that, you can tell the Nemesis. That's perfect, dude.
Oh, look at all the blood, man.
Yeah, I mean, the other side of her.
That's a good mature doe.
That's
right?
a good mature doe. A lot of meat there. Look how healthy she looks. Coat's in great shape.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I'm continually impressed with our design and our engineers is how quiet these bows are. We shot that doe and we decided to load back up. Maybe another buck would come in, and about 25 minutes later we saw one far off, on the left. Never fully came all the way in, but there's no bang like you shot a rifle. And it's just, I'm amazed at how quiet these bows can be. So I mean that's a very important factor too as well. But no, the bow performed flawlessly. It's very lightweight, which we were just in a tripod, so it's very easy to move around, easy to get into with that lightweight model. So it was a good choice for the situation that we were in.
The temperatures have cooled this morning, and Brian Flaherty is heading out before dawn for a hunt with his TenPoint Turbo X crossbow.
We are headed out to a spot called the Honey Hole. Talked to Wade, and he's got a pretty good idea of the best spots when the wind is changing like this in the morning. So we'll be in another elevated blind this morning. He's seen about 2 or 3 really good bucks coming through there. He's seen a really mature axis buck coming through there. So hoping to get situated. We're getting out a little bit early than usual, so hopefully we get settled in and we see how this plays out this morning. I woke up this morning. We were going to head out pretty darn early to get settled in that tripod, and then Wade made a last-minute change to where we were going to go, and lo and behold, the way it played out couldn't have been any better. It was right after daylight, so about 7 o'clock. We weren't after an axis. We see a huge axis coming from about 100 yards away, while at the same time we have 3 doe kind of filtering on our left. And the axis walks in, and my heart was pounding. Again, we weren't looking for an axis, but that started coming, and I was all jacked up to maybe have a shot on it. But he leaves, and I figured I'd just take one last look just to make sure he completely exited, that he wasn't turning around and come back to us. And so I looked to my left just to make sure, and lo and behold, there's a buck standing there, and it's one of the 2 bucks that Wade had seen at that spot. So I turned, I'm like, holy cow, there's a buck over here now.
I couldn't tell the shot. I couldn't see my camera. I think it was good. Okay. Sounded solid. He was quartering away from us.
Yeah.
Did you hit him back?
Hard. I hit him back a little
Did you go aim for that left shoulder?
So we're gonna go about 100 yards really, really quiet. But I mean, I see, there's blood all through there. That's what we want to see. So he's bleeding out both sides.
So that's good, right?
Yeah.
Here's a good spot too.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Here.
oh yeah, I didn't even see that.
Yes.
Yes. I was like, man, he's got to be right here. He like crashed through that whole tree.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Congratulations,
yes,
man.
Oh,
Dude, look at
shoot.
those chocolate antlers on this guy.
Oh, man.
Go from no deer yesterday to deer today. Oh, that's that deer I was telling you about with the palmation on his left main beam. He's so cool.
That broadhead did so much damage that when we recovered it, it had a lot to go through with that hard quartering away angle. So when we recovered it, I mean, you can see the size of that cut with the broadhead, and it did some damage as the deer was running off with it.
That'll do it for this episode. Interested in giving crossbow hunting a try? Visit TenPointCrossbows.com for their complete product line for every type of hunter. And make sure to visit our website and our YouTube channel for more in-depth content. We'll see you next time on Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's Deer Gear TV.